Imagine standing under the night sky, staring into the infinite darkness above. For millennia, we've looked at the stars, convinced that space is a grand but distant theater where galaxies drift and comets streak silently past. But then, in 2017, something extraordinary happened. Astronomers spotted an object unlike anything we had ever seen before, an interstellar visitor named Oumuamua. It was elongated, cigar-shaped, racing through our solar system. At nearly 90, it tumbled unpredictably, showed no comet tail, and defied the usual rules of celestial behavior. For a brief, electrifying moment, humanity had to confront the possibility that we weren't just looking at another rock, but maybe at something more, an artifact, a probe, a messenger from another civilization. The debate raged. Some scientists argued it was a fragment from a shattered planet, others that it was a hydrogen iceberg or a piece of nitrogen ice. And yet, none of these theories fully explained its peculiar acceleration, its unusual shape, or its eerie silence as it vanished into the void. Oumuamua became a cosmic riddle, a mystery that haunted astronomers and captivated the world. And just as that fascination began to fade, as the years rolled on and the mystery settled into an unsolved chapter of astronomy, the universe hurled another surprise our way. In 2019, telescopes captured the arrival of 2I Borisov, the first confirmed interstellar comet. Unlike Oumuamua, Borisov behaved more like something we recognized. It had a fuzzy coma, a glowing tail of evaporating gases, and the chemical signatures we expect from a comet born in a cold, icy nursery around a distant star. It was alien, yes, but familiar enough to fit into our frameworks. We began to think that maybe Oumuamua had been the odd one out, a glitch in the record, a cosmic outlier that we might never truly understand. But then came 2019, once more, and with it a discovery that has shaken the ground beneath our assumptions. 3I, another interstellar visitor, and this time, its behavior is rewriting the rules once again. Unlike Borisov, which looked like a textbook comet, and unlike Oumuamua, which looked like nothing we could explain, 3I Latilis seemed to blur the boundaries between them. At first, astronomers thought it was just another comet, only to realize its trajectory traced back far beyond our solar system, proof that it too was born under another sun. Its path was hyperbolic, its speed at perihelion exceeding 60 miles per second, fast enough to escape the sun's grasp forever. But the strangeness did not end there. 3I Latilis began to break apart as it approached the sun, its nucleus fragmenting into glowing shards that scattered like embers caught in a cosmic wind. And in those fragments, in their composition, scientists glimpsed something astonishing, chemical fingerprints that hinted at ingredients not entirely common to comets we know. This was a piece of a world that formed under alien conditions, in a star system light years away, a fragment of another planetary nursery drifting into ours, offering clues about the diversity of worlds beyond our imagination. And yet, as astronomers studied it, a deeper and far more unsettling question began to surface. Why are these interstellar visitors suddenly appearing in our telescopes now? For billions of years, they've surely been passing through. The galaxy is filled with rogue fragments, ejected during the violent birth of star systems, wandering endlessly through interstellar space. By some estimates, for every star in the galaxy, there could be 1 trillion such objects. So why did we only spot them starting in 2017? Could it be that our instruments have finally become powerful enough to catch them? Or is it something more? A shift in our cosmic neighborhood, a rare clustering of fragments drifting toward us? Or a sign? Consider the odds. Oumuamua in Borisov in 2019, 3I Latilis in the same year. 3 separate messengers, each carrying its own puzzle, each rewriting our assumption. The gap between these discoveries feels almost deliberate, as though the cosmos is peeling back its layers one at a time, daring us to look deeper, to question what's out there. And this is where the mystery deepens further. When astronomers traced back the trajectory of 3I Latilis, it pointed toward a region of the sky near the constellation Lyra, not too far from the bright star Vega, a star that has long held a place in human imagination. From ancient myths to science fiction like Carl Sagan's Contact, was it coincidence that an interstellar fragment, carrying secrets of another world, seem to come from that direction, almost certainly. And yet, in science, coincidences are where curiosity ignites. Imagine what this means. For the first time in human history, we are not merely studying our solar system's comets and asteroids, but touching the raw material of alien star systems. When 3i crumbled, it offered us a fleeting chance to analyze dust grains and ice crystals forged under suns that are not our own. We weren't just peering into another world, we were holding fragments of it in our telescopes, unraveling its chemistry, comparing it with Earth's, and asking, are the building blocks of life common across the galaxy? The implications ripple outward like shockwave. If Oumuamua was strange because it defied natural explanation, and Borisov was strange because it was so perfectly familiar, then 3i is strange because it lies between them, a bridge, a reminder that the universe is not binary, not neat, but endlessly complex. And if fragments like these are more common than we realized, then they are messengers, scattering through the galaxy, carrying not just ice and dust, but perhaps something far more profound, the seeds of life itself. This raises a chilling yet exhilarating could it be that panspermia, the theory that life's ingredients travel between star systems on comets and asteroids, is not just possible, but inevitable? That somewhere millions of years ago, a comet like 3i grazed a young planet orbiting a dim red sun, scattering organic molecules into its oceans, and from that chance encounter, alien life emerged. If so, then we are not isolated, we are not unique, we are part of a galactic tapestry of biology, seeded by wandering stones cast adrift in the darkness. And yet, the mystery remains unresolved. Oumuamua still defies explanation. Borisov confirms that interstellar comets are real. 3i hints that they are varied, complex, and perhaps far more common than we dared to dream. But together they tell us one thing with certainty: the universe is not quiet. It is not empty. It is alive with motion, with fragments of alien worlds sweeping past us, offering fleeting glimpses into places we may never reach. The question is, will we be ready the next time? Because if the past few years have taught us anything, it's that the universe is not done surprising us. Somewhere out there beyond the veil of our telescopes, another visitor is already on its way, and when it arrives, it may not just rewrite what we know about the cosmos, it may redefine our place within it. Far beyond the faint outlines of our solar system, beyond even Pluto's frozen silence, lies a place where the sun's warmth is nothing but a memory. Out there, the blackness of interstellar space is unbroken, eternal, until something crosses the threshold. That is what happened in 2017, when astronomers first noticed a visitor, unlike anything they had ever seen, a shard of mystery, tumbling silently through the dark, that would ignite debates, theories and suspicions that still linger today. They called it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning scout or messenger, and the name felt almost prophetic, as though this fragment of the cosmos had been sent deliberately to remind us how little we understand of the universe we inhabit. Oumuamua behaved like nothing else. It wasn't a comet, not an asteroid, at least not in the ways scientists had defined them for centuries. It moved with a speed and trajectory that screamed outsider, a true interstellar traveler, born in some distant star system, wandering for who knows how long before crossing our path. At first, astronomers thought it might be a dull, rocky piece of debris, flung away from a collapsing world billions of years ago. But then came the unsettling detail. Its shape was bizarre, elongated, like a cosmic shard perhaps 10 times longer than it was wide, almost like a needle piercing the void. And its motion, that was the strangest of all. It accelerated as it left the sun, not slowing down as expected, but speeding up, as if something unseen were pushing it along. Comets do that, their ices vaporizing into jets that act like tiny thrusters. But Oumuamua showed no cometary tail, no haze, no outgasp. It was as if the universe itself whispered, "This is not what you think it is." For months, scientists scrambled to understand. Some argued it was a hydrogen iceberg, evaporating invisibly under the sun's heat. Others thought it might be a shard of nitrogen ice, like a splinter from a distant Pluto-like world. Still others dared to suggest something far bolder. Perhaps it was artificial, a fragment of technology from another civilization, an abandoned solar sail coasting on starlight. That suggestion divided the scientific world. stirring more questions than answers. But by the time debate raged at its loudest, Oumuamua was already gone, sailing out of the solar system, shrinking into the dark, never to be seen again. One fleeting glimpse, one cosmic whisper, gone forever. But then came another interstellar traveler, another messenger from the deep. Only this time, it was different. Its name, Tu-I Borisov. This one left no room for doubt. It was clearly a comet. A huge halo of gas and dust trailed behind it. Exactly what we would expect from a frozen body warmed by the sun. If Oumuamua was strange, Borisov was strangely ordinary. A typical comet, just not from here. And with its arrival, scientists breathed a sigh of relief. Perhaps the universe wasn't so strange after all. Perhaps Oumuamua had been a freak accident, a one-off, something explainable once we had more data. Borisov reminded us that comets can come from other stars too, that maybe interstellar wanderers aren't so rare. And then, just when the memory of Oumuamua was beginning to fade into legend, something new appeared on the horizon. In 2023, astronomers detected another traveler, 3i Latilis. At first it seemed familiar, another interstellar comet, bright enough to study, a chance to learn more. But almost immediately, something about Latilis didn't fit the story. Unlike Borisov, which sailed intact through the solar system, Latilis was fragile. It began to break apart, disintegrating as it neared the sun. But the fragments and dust cloud it left behind told a deeper story. This wasn't just an interstellar comet. It was a key, a clue, a shift in the narrative that would change everything we thought we knew about these cosmic visitors. Where Oumuamua was too strange, too uncooperative, and Borisov was too ordinary, too expected, Latilis sat in between, like a bridge, connecting the mystery. Its chemical composition, its behavior under solar heat, even its disintegration, these things hinted that the universe might not be sending us random samples, but patterns. Patterns that suggest interstellar objects are not rare anomalies, but common threads woven through the galaxy. For the first time we had 3 examples to compare, and with 3 comes the power of recognition. Suddenly, this wasn't about one odd visitor or one lucky cat. This was about a universe alive with wanderers, fragments of other solar systems passing by us constantly, like whispers from alien worlds, each carrying secrets of their birthplaces. Think about what that means. Oumuamua, strange, unnatural, unexplainable. Borisov, familiar, cometary, predictable. Latilis, fragile, disintegrating, yet revealing its insides to us. Together they sketch a bigger picture, a reminder that the boundaries of our solar system are porous, that we are not isolated in the void. Every interstellar traveler is like a message in a bottle, drifting across light years, carrying the story of another star, another sun, another set of worlds we may never see. And Latilis, in particular, may be the loudest message yet, not just because it visited, but because it broke, spilling its secrets for us to study. The discovery of 3i Latilis has forced astronomers to confront an unsettling reality. Interstellar objects are not only real, they may be everywhere. If we've detected 3 in just a few years, how many more are out there, too faint, too distant for our current telescopes to notice? The galaxy may be filled with them, a silent rain of alien debris constantly passing through. And if that is true, then every passing shard is a chance to touch another world, to learn its chemistry, its physics, even its potential for life. Each fragment is a messenger. Each one could hold secrets of alien biology, or the raw ingredients of life scattered across the stars. But what makes Latilis even more profound is what it suggests about our future. Scientists are already talking about missions, not to planets, not to asteroids, but to these interstellar wanderers. Imagine a spacecraft launched at incredible speed, intercepting one of these objects as it passes through our system, sampling its material before it vanishes into the dark forever. Imagine holding, in your hands, a piece of another solar system, not a rock from Mars, not dust from a comet, but a relic of a world orbiting a star you can only see as a point of light in the night sky. That possibility, real, tangible, within our grasp, changes everything. And yet beneath the scientific wonder, there lingers a whisper of something more unsettling. Because Oumuamua never fit the pattern, because no matter how we explain it, ice, rock, comet, or technology, it refuses to be neatly categorized. Was it an accident, a shard of nature we just don't understand? Or was it truly a messenger, in ways we can't yet admit? And if Latilis connects the story, showing us that these objects are part of a vast cosmic web. Then what role does Oumuamua play? Was it the anomaly, or was it the first sign of a greater truth? A truth too vast, too terrifying, to face direct. As Atlas faded, crumbling into fragments, astronomers watched closely, almost reverently, because in its death, it revealed more than its life ever could. And it left us with the growing suspicion that the universe is not just alive with stars and planets, but alive with movement, with constant exchange, with whispers from places we may never reach. The question is no longer whether interstellar objects exist. The question is how many are coming, how many are watching, how many are waiting to be seen, and somewhere, perhaps even now, another one is already on its way.